What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, Paul McBeth has officially chimed in on the Nikko suspension. Paul McBeth thinks that Nikko's suspension was too severe. Paul doesn't consider it a Class A offense, and he also put some of the blame on the official. And I definitely understand Paul McBeth's opinion on the matter, but the community doesn't seem to agree with Paul. I'm going to show you guys what exactly he said. Basically, he says, I understand the situation could have been handled differently, but to claim intimidation as the offense seems off to me. The official doesn't step back like someone who's intimidated. He also stares the player down instead of trying to defuse the situation. And then basically goes on to say, officials should understand that the stress levels are really high in the players, which is valid because they were on hole 18. Nikko just went out of bounds, so I'm sure his blood was already boiling. And he says, I hope Nikko appeals the situation. From what I saw, it's Class C at most. And then he tagged the PDGA and the article in question. Paul says, I'm obviously going to get a lot of messages on my take, but here's my reasons. The official makes the call on 30 seconds. Nikko asked why on 3 occasions, then gets an answer to all 3. Nikko says, step away from me. The official takes a half step back. Nikko walks back to his bag, and the official stares him down the whole time. Nikko confronted the official for staring him down, not for the call. The fact that he's suspended for Class A intimidation seems off to me. That is all. And I'm sure Paul's inbox is looking crazy right now. I'm sure tons of people are in there trying to, give their opinion, say that they agree with Paul, say that they don't agree with Paul. But Paul McBeth has a lot of pull in the disc golf community. And if Nikko wasn't going to appeal prior to this, he probably will appeal now. Paul knows a lot about the rules. Paul's a big rules guy, and I definitely understand where he's coming from because those Class A offenses typically involve physical violence or violence in some regard. So with all that being said, I see where Paul's coming from. Again, Nikko does have a long history of being a bit explosive on the course, but if this is his first offense, I can see where Paul is coming from. But I would love to hear your guys' comments in the comment section down below. And then a little bit of extra fun that we got here. We have a tweet here. Tag Paul, tag Brodie. I really hope you guys can squash the beef. Bigger names have squashed bigger beefs. Someone man up here. And then Brodie says, not happening. You learn and you move on. And Paul and Brodie obviously co-owned Foundation Disc Golf together for a while, and they had a falling out, and it wasn't very publicized. Now, Brodie gave his take on what Paul said. Brodie says, I just saw the screenshot. I got to say that's a pretty bad take, Paul. And now someone called him out, so why wouldn't you tag him? And Brodie says he's blocked, and then follows up again and says, no, basically Paul's been blocked for months. So Brodie and Paul have a beef. Paul McBeth sides with Nikko. We've got some serious drama unfolding, and I think it's all very interesting to watch just as a fan of the sport. And these are sort of new things that we haven't really seen in disc golf in the past. So I'm really curious to see how this whole situation unfolds. I'm really curious to see if Brodie stays with Discraft when his contract is up, because that was really like a Paul getting Brodie in thing was sort of how I took the whole Brodie to Discraft situation. With all that being said, leave your comments in the comment section down below. There's a lot to unravel here, and I'm sure everybody has their opinions on the situation. Continue commenting down below. Do not forget to subscribe. You're watching Iceberg TV, and take care.